All right, so everybody that plans on getting two box trucks, either financing, buying outright, renting, and if you one of the options you can rent is co-op writer. And co-op writer, I'm in it right now. You can pick what you want. You either got a truck, tractor, you need to rent a trailer. Sometimes you can get a trucker, a truck and a driver. A lot of times they're not available, right? Only seen one on here in the last like 5 months that was available. In this case, I'm helping out Charlotte with her business and giving her options. So we're looking at a truck. We can go to the filters. She wants to go out of state. You can do out of state. I'm going to make sure it's a large truck. And I'm going to make sure it has a lift gate. Sometimes people want crew cabs because they have two people that's driving in there. We can take that off. Don't say no. Or you can put, yeah, either. Sometimes people want E-Track. So in her case, she's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If I scroll in right now, she can click on the truck right here and click show results. So this one is in Grand Prairie, Texas, 2017 International. These trucks you're renting from somebody that has a trucking business, like I was telling her earlier. It's saying that this truck is currently unavailable, won't be able to request, so that's not an option. So it'll be this one right here, the 2015 Freightliner M2 106, 28 inch, 28 feet. And let's say if she picks the time. Now, if you go to Co-op Writer and you don't have an account, you can't go this far. You can see different vehicles, but you can't do what I'm doing as far as selecting dates and everything else. You'll just be on the outside looking in. So let's just say she wants to do 4 weeks. 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3. I should go first. It's a month, right? And I know that some of you guys think of a month as the second to the second of each month, right? So you might say a month for me is September 2nd to October 2nd, but that's not technically a month. You go 28 days. 7 times 4 is 28. So that's your month, all right? So if I click on apply, it'll tell me the amount. So it'll say the 1st, the 29th, basically they charge me $660 a week, which is not bad. And in total, it would be minus the $5,400. Now this right here gives you discounts. You might not always get this. Everybody won't give you a discount, but they're giving me a discount to $240, $440, $466. If I go somewhere else, and I'll show you in a few minutes, that can be different. All right, you got to pick a time. So if I pick this time, I might say I want to get at 6 a.m. Then I can go ahead and click reserve now. When I click reserve now, whatever credit card is on file, it's going to take this whole amount from me. Now you might say, hey, if they take the whole amount from me, then what's going to happen later on? Can I cancel? Yes, you can cancel. I think you get like up to 48 hours to cancel. So that's not an issue at all. Right now, here's the thing we're talking about: prepaid mileage. So you get a total of 250 miles per day at 12 cents a mile. So that's included in this. So what we doing? 28 days. 28 days. Do 28 times 250. 7,000 miles that you get in this, including this. A lot of times you have a situation where you can go ahead and get a Penske truck and they're charging you $960 a week plus 30 cents a mile. That's a lot. That adds up. In this case, you're getting 7,000 miles in these 28 days because you get 250 miles a day. That's only $5,400 that you're going to have to pay, that you're going to put out, because you paid $59.56, but you're going to take back, they're going to give you back the deposit, right? But you're prepaying for the miles. And the miles is only 12 cents a mile. So Penske is a little bit higher. She said 30 cents a mile. So you can gauge that. Now, if you decide to say, hey, I'm going to be going maybe 10,000 miles, so all you got to do is this: 10,000 subtract 7,000, that's 3,000 times they're charging 12 cents a mile. So it's 360. So you would just add an extra $360 to this. Right? Or what you can do is just do 500 subtract 360, and that's the difference. So what you would do is say 5956 subtract 140, and that would be your total. You still put this deposit out. Right? You put this deposit out, But anything that is any difference that you have in this, like the miles you went over, they'll just give you back the difference. So you'll get back 140 instead of the 500. All right. And if you look all over for different locations, like she's in Dallas, maybe she wants to go to, maybe she has a problem for the trucker picking it up in Houston. Right? Pick up the truck. Once you pay for it and everything else, you pick it. Now, here's the thing that you do want to make sure, and this has happened to us. You want to make sure that the truck is there. So we had our guys fly to the Atlanta area, and when they got there, the next day they went to go pick up the truck at 6 a.m. and the truck wasn't available. The owner of the business that had the truck, and he had a business that wasn't a trucking business, but he had a truck, a commercial truck, so he can rent it out. Because owners want to make money. If your truck is sitting around and you want to make money, you can go ahead and rent it out. You get with co-op, Ryder, and you can rent out your truck. So he didn't know that his truck was not there. He went to go make the phone call. Come to find out, long story short, the truck was damaged by the previous renter, and he didn't bring it back in time. So we didn't get the truck. So that was a flight to Atlanta for no reason, which made us go ahead and finance the truck. But I would just say to you, make sure that truck is available ahead of time. So if you're going to rent in your area, that's fine. Like, for example, the Dallas area, so she'll know. If you go down, down the street, maybe spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes to go somewhere and it's not available, it's not the end all be all because she didn't fly anywhere. But it's still good to go ahead and call prior, the day of, hey, the truck is going to be available. Find out somebody's renting the truck. Because if somebody's renting the truck and they rented it the very next day, you want them to look at the truck and make sure everything is good with the truck. Let's say it has a maintenance issue. These are not Penske Ryder trucks. That's the difference with renting from those locations. They'll give you a truck, and if they got to replace it, got to replace it. You are renting from somebody else. Now, granted, in this area, they have two different trucks, but maybe you rent from here, and you're picking up that day, and it's an issue, and this truck is now gone. Once you go ahead and click on this, and you put everything in, and you do the reserve, they're going to give you a contract. They're going to give you a contract on here that says you're renting from Ryder. This is the company you're picking up from. They're going to have all their information. Once you see all that information, like, okay, Diamond Group, for example. This is a Diamond Group fleet. You can contact Diamond Group. Now, this is saying Diamond Group, Duncan, South Carolina. You can contact them and ask them about their truck ahead of time if you want to. Or if you can't find the information, you do reserve it, look on the contract, and you'll be able to see their information and talk to them about the truck that you plan on renting. When's the last time I had maintenance on it? Everything else. That's the only difference with renting from Penske or Ryder. Penske and Ryder have trucks, multiple trucks, and they can just flip it over and change it around for you. Co-op Ryder, you're renting from somebody that has the vehicles, but you want to make sure that the vehicles are maintenance right and everything else. Nothing going on with it. If you rent, you're going to go, because sometimes you have to go. You have to get the truck and go. All right? If we go to Miami, for example, they have this truck in Fort Lauderdale. It's 2008 Peterbilt. Do you want to get that? Maybe you because it's 2008, maybe you take that and do local in Florida. You go to Jacksonville and back, maybe Atlanta and back. But if you're going to go over the road and get a lot of loads, maybe you want something like this, let's see. Maybe you're better off with something like this 2017 International Durastar. Right? It's 24. Doesn't mean you can't get runs. Everybody doesn't need to have a 26-foot box truck. The back of this truck still can have 10,000. It's just like 2 feet less. But sometimes we have a truckload that only the load that's on it only fits one pallet. So anybody that's listening, don't get mistaken by saying, hey, I have to have this 26-foot box truck. One of the things they want you to have is a lift gate a lot of times, because you get to a location, they want you to drop it down. So look, this same truck right here says $125 a day, but it's only one discount. So this one is going to be $6,500 because 7,000 minus 5. So you got to look around. But in order to get in co-op Ryder, you got to qualify. So you have to sign up, qualify. They're going to look at your insurance. They're going to look at your business, and they'll say yes or no. And once you get qualified, then that's fine. Then you'll put everything in here as far as your settings, your insurance, everything else. So I just want to make this video for you guys to see. Remember, if you're a semi-truck driver, owner, operator, and you want to book some loads, we can dispatch for you nationwide. You're a box truck driver, you can message us, and we can book loads for you too.
Hey, what's going on? Eric Kiesel here in front of our truck, Triple Option Trucking. Just wanted to tell you guys about trucking and investing. These guys are the real deal. All right, last year when everybody was down and out, they helped me turn 65,000 into 300,000. All right, no joke. All right, here's our truck right here. So if you guys are serious, get with them. Let them show you the way. Get with trucking and investing, and let them make you some money. All right.